Hello there, Patia. It's Dr. Ian, and I'm at the Hilton. This is the Drift Bar, and I tell you what, it is quite fantastic. View over the Patia Bay, and we're in sitting on a thing which they call a plounge, because it's a pool lounge. We're surrounded by water, but it really is relaxing. The reason I'm here is for the Australian Chamber of Commerce Seaboard Sundowners, and with me is one of the men who arranged the Seaboard Sundowners for the Australian Chamber, and also one of the key men in the sponsor for this evening. He is Paul Wilkinson. Good evening, Paul. Welcome to the program.
Good evening.
And Paul works for CEA Projects. So, firstly, let's deal with a little bit about the Australian Chamber.
Yeah.
How did a good British lad like you end up in the Australian Chamber?
It's a pretty good question, actually. Mainly through the golf tournament. Organising the golf tournament and the sponsorship for that, and then going on to the events like this also, yeah. And that's about it, really. I've been doing it for about 5 years now, so...
So you're a sort of an honorary Australian?
Yeah, a lot of the business we do is from what that I've done for the last 10 years has been involved in Australia also, so that's helped, obviously. So.
Now then, let's talk a bit about CEA Projects.
Yeah.
Now, Kevin Fisher, Big Kev,
Yeah.
is the man behind it all, but you're the man now at his left shoulder, are you?
Yeah, there's myself and Andy Hall, who's project director at CEA. We've got quite a wide range of services. Obviously Kevin started off with the heavy lift business. We've now got heavy transport, and we're doing a lot of oil and gas shipping projects also. So.
And you've just opened up a new showroom somewhere.
Yeah, that's with our co-sponsors this evening with Cromwell and Modullift. Cromwell are a tool supplier from the UK who have office in Bangkok also. So we're helping them with the sales and rentals on the eastern seaboard. Modullift are a heavy lift specialist. Spreader beams are the main business they do, and we're now the main distributor for Thailand, Australia and New Zealand.
Now, obviously it must work having your head office here and doing work in Australia and things like that.
Yeah.
But are you thinking about perhaps opening up a branch in Australia?
Yeah, we will be, definitely, probably Western Australia, because most of our work is in Western Australia at the moment with the resources, mining, oil and gas, etc.
With the oil and gas industry, it, I believe, was fairly well sheltered from the economic downturn, but is the future looking very strong for the businesses that you deal with in Thailand?
Yeah, a lot of the fabrication for the oil and gas is done in Thailand, and we ship the modules over to Australia. So, yeah, it's a good place to manufacture modules, LNG, gas plants, etc. So, at the moment, though, I'm working on the new Ford plant. That's my role at the moment, to deliver all the machinery into the new Ford plant. So that's going to be about a year's worth of work.
It's nice to be able to...
I'm in automotive at the moment, so Kevin and Andy are taking care of the oil and gas and the shipping. So.
Right. It must be nice to know, well, I'm employed for at least the next 12 months.
Yeah, I think it'll be longer than that actually, but hopefully.
Paul,
Yep.
If there are people out there who think that you may be able to help them in some way through CEA Projects, how do they contact you?
Basically on the website www.ceaprojects.com, or give me a call 081 903 9477.
All right, hopefully that's running across the bottom of the screen as we speak. Paul, I'll let you go back to doing what you're supposed to be doing here. That's welcoming people and networking. I am firmly in the opinion that networking evenings are really very valuable for the business side of working in Thailand.
Yeah, I don't think you can really quantify it per networking evening, obviously, but I think for exposure they're great. So.
All right, go back out there and expose. No. All right, let's go and see who else is here at the Australian Chamber Seaboard Sundowners at the Hilton. Second time I'll get it right. On my travels through the Hilton, looking at what's happening in the Eastern Seaboard with the Australian Chamber, I've come across this lovely lady from England. Her name is Sarah Spivey, and she's with a company called Modulift. In fact, she's not only with the company, she's the managing director. Sarah, welcome to our program and welcome to Pattaya.
Thank you, it's good to be here.
So, exactly what are you doing here? You're obviously not here on holidays.
No, I'm afraid not, although that would be nice. Basically, I've got in touch with a company over here called CAE Projects.
We know CEA Projects well.
And, well, I've come over here to meet them, and they're going to come on board as our new distributor in Asia.
So, new distributor for what? What is Modulift?
Modulift is a lifting engineering company. We make spreader beams, lifting beams, and generally lifting equipment for the heavy lift industry, with which there's a lot about out here.
So this is sort of with the construction industry, things, buildings and...
Not necessarily buildings, a lot more sort of break bulk with the ports and the big projects that are happening even as far away as Australia, with LNG projects, nuclear, oil and gas. We get involved in a lot of industries.
So, forgive me for not knowing about Modulift, but how big is your company?
We're quite big. We've got distributors all over the world now. We fabricate in America and we fabricate in the UK as well. And we're just growing all the time. And my job is to find new distributors all around the world and bring on new business.
So how many people do you employ?
10 in the UK. Mainly in sales and engineering. We've got a strong engineering team and they're busy designing rigs and new equipment all the time.
It's amazing what goes on behind the scenes that you don't even think about at the time. So how long have you been in the heavy lifting industry?
Only about 4 years. I'm marketing by trade originally,
right?
And I joined Modulift 4 years ago as their marketing manager, and then slowly developed the company, developed new strategies, and slowly I increased the profile of the business, and I became the MD so that I could oversee it and run it.
That's fantastic. Sarah, thank you very much for talking with us here on Pattaya Mail TV, and I hope you have a very successful time here in Pattaya.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's see who else we can find. For any of these networking evenings to actually happen does unfortunately require sponsors. Now, one of the sponsors for this evening is Sean Burke from Cromwell Tools Thailand Limited. What is your function there, Sean?
Okay, I'm the branch and sales manager for Cromwell Tools Thailand. We're an industrial supply company. We have distributors throughout Thailand. The reason we've sponsored this evening's event is that CEA, we put some consignment stock into them, and they're our first big distributor in the Lam Shabang area. So hence the fact that we're co-sponsoring this evening's event. But we're an industrial supply company that supply anything from a spanner, screwdriver, abrasives, basically industrial supplies.
Right. Do you supply only large quantities, or can people buy one-offs?
We've got a website, www.cromwell.co.th. If you drop us a hit there, you can buy one spanner, one drill, one screw. There's no minimum order charge. We don't. So, as I say, we sell through distributors. So if you contact us, we'll put you in touch with a dealer local to you. There is no minimum order charge.
Right. Now, you mentioned screws. That's something that I've always found it very difficult to get high tensile, high quality bolts in this country.
X-stock. We've got them X-stock, yes. 8.8 high tensile socket cap screws, hexagon head screws, wood screws. Yes, we've got a full range of fasteners.
Yeah, the socket head ones are always very good for big end bolts.
They are, yes, yeah. And we have all the Allen keys to suit. We stock 16,000 line items. It's about £500,000 sterling worth of stock. So the catalogue is over 500 pages. Yeah, there's a lot to choose from. A lot to choose from.
And of course, go to the local CEA store and you'll get it.
Well, CEA, as I say, the good thing about CEA, I say the good thing, we have a lot of Thai distributors, which is fantastic. But CEA are the first, if you like, Farang person in Thailand to actually embrace the Cromwell concept. And Kevin Fisher is like me. He's
no, he's bigger than you.
He's a little bit bigger than me. He's a little bit bigger, but he's old school, Kevin. And he said to me, "We're both old school." Well, what I mean by that is we believe in customer service, and we believe in straight talking. And I'm sure the shop at CEA at Lamshebang will be a huge success. Mm-hmm. It will be. It won't be for want of trying, because they are a very good setup there.
Sean, thank you very much indeed, and on behalf of all the people here who are enjoying themselves, thank you very much for being one of the sponsors of the evening.
Thank you, Mr. Ian. Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Well, Patia, that is the Seaboard Sundowners held at the Hilton, and I tell you what, it was excellent. Thanks again to all the sponsors, and this is Dr. Ian saying, I'll see you next time.